Hello everyone, this is PRK Physics, Potana Ramakrishna. So you can subscribe PRK Physics YouTube channel, you can see the number of videos there, that will be helpful for your exams. Okay, let us go into the next application of Boyle's law, that is motion of air bubble in a liquid. Motion of air bubble in a liquid. Okay. Let us consider a beaker contains some liquid. Generally, the liquid may be mercury or some other liquid, any water like that. Okay. So, at the bottom of the liquid, there is a air bubble. What happens if the air bubble moves to the top? If it is nearer to surface, generally its size increases, volume increases. Why? As you know, actually what is the pressure acting on the surface of the liquid? Since it is open, only atmospheric pressure acts on it. What is the formula for atmospheric pressure? Capital H rho G. What is rho here? Density of the mercury. I think you know about these things. Capital H is atmospheric pressure, barometer reading 76 centimeters of mercury, and rho means density of mercury. It is a fixed value 13.6 into 10 power plus 3 kilogram per meter cube. G means 9.8 meter per second square. Okay. Atmospheric pressure, only one pressure is acting when the air bubble is at the top. Suppose let us consider the depth of the lake, otherwise the depth of the liquid is small h, and let the density of the liquid be rho L. So, at the bottom, if the air bubble is at the bottom, there are two pressures acting on it. One is due to atmosphere. Along with that pressure, the pressure due to liquid also acts on it. So, what is the formula for the pressure acting on the air bubble at the bottom due to the entire liquid? Since its depth is h, its density is rho L G. So, this is the pressure of the liquid at the bottom. Pressure acting on the air bubble at the bottom. This is the pressure acting on the air bubble at the top. So, definitely pressure at the bottom will be more than pressure at the top. What is Boyle's law? You know, pressure into volume is equal to constant. At constant temperature, the product of pressure into volume constant. What I can write is, if pressure is less, volume is more, as you know, P proportional to 1 by V. If pressure is more, volume is less. If pressure is less, volume is more. So, at the bottom, pressure is more. At the top, pressure is less. Since its pressure is less, its volume is more. That is why the air bubble will have more volume than at the bottom. Air bubble will have more volume at the top surface, nearer to surface, than at the bottom. Let us discuss about the condition. Suppose, applying this Boyle's law here, what I can write is, let us consider the first surface point as first point, bottom as second point, in order to understand clearly. So, I can write application of Boyle's law, P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. P1 pressure at the top, what is it? H rho G, capital H into rho into G into V1. V1 is V1, volume at the top. What is P2? Pressure at the bottom. I can write P naught plus H rho L G. What is P naught? Capital H rho G. So, capital H rho G plus small h rho L into G. This is the pressure at the bottom into volume is V2. Suppose if volume at the top is n times volume at the bottom, that means V1 is equal to n times V2. Then above expression can be expressed as capital H rho G into, in place of V1, I can write n times V2, that is equal to, on the right hand side, capital H rho G plus small h rho L G into, in place of V2 as it is. So, V2 gets cancelled out. So, the relation is n into capital H rho G is equal to capital H rho G plus small h into rho L into G. Suppose if the liquid itself is a mercury, then I can write rho L is equal to rho, that means mercury density. Rho is nothing but mercury density. Then the above expression becomes N into capital H rho G is equal to, if rho L is equal to rho, I can write rho G as common, capital H plus small h into rho G. In place of rho L, substitute rho G common. So taking rho G gets cancelled out, I can write N into capital H is equal to capital H plus small h. From this, small h is equal to, taking h to the left side and common, N minus 1 into h. So this is the depth of a lake formula. Small h is nothing but depth of a lake, where N is the number of times the volume has increased in moving from bottom to top, volume of the air bubble, and capital H is the atmospheric pressure, fixed value, 76 centimeters of mercury. Okay, this is one case. Suppose sometimes he will give you the volume of the air bubble, the radius of the air bubble becomes N times radius of the at the bottom. Radius of the bubble at the top becomes N times radius of the air bubble at the bottom. In this case, what I can write is the same expression. Let me call this as equation number 1. The equation 1 can be expressed as, in place of volume, since the air bubble is of spherical shape, I can write volume of a sphere formula 4 by 3 pi r cube. So capital H rho G into, in place of V1, I can write 4 by 3 pi r1 cube is equal to, I am substituting rho L is equal to rho and rho G common, directly I am writing capital H plus small h rho G into, in place of volume, I can write 4 by 3 pi r2 cube. 4 by 3 cancel, pi cancel, substitute r1 is equal to N times r2 and rho G also gets cancelled. So capital H into, in place of r1, N times r2 whole cube is equal to capital H plus small h into r2 cube. R2 cube also gets cancelled out. I can write N cube into capital H is equal to capital H plus small h. From this, I can write like this: small h is equal to, taking capital H to left side and common, N cube minus 1 into capital H. Suppose if volume becomes N times, this is the formula for depth of the lake. If radius becomes N times on reaching the top, the formula for depth of a lake is small h equal to N cube minus 1 into capital H.